So the way that I thought about this was trying to progress what they did or the concepts that you would have seen in the morning with Kirby, and try to structure it more like you would see a full competitive practice and just playing games. So similar to the other two coaches that have already talked, the progression of playing a lot of basketball in basketball practice is definitely something that I've done. Creating chaos by just explaining drills once, giving scoring systems, and letting them try to figure it out. One thing that I would say we've done a lot at the university is that we compete almost everything. So I know that my progression of this as a coach has gotten better when the first question asked about a drill after we explained it is, how do I win? So how do you win the drill? So I'm going to give them some complicated scoring systems, and the idea is to practice ugly to get them talking, and hopefully you can kind of see the ugly coaching practice in play here. So we're going to get right into it. If there's any questions with drills or anything like that, I'd love if you ask them at the time of that drill, and if we can play around with some progressions right in real time, or at the end is great too. Okay, so they're already into two teams. So we have a bank of practice drills that we just use for getting the players excited. So there's what we call fan favorites. So this is one where we've progressed from the teaching concepts of it, and we just use this as an energizer. So we call this Belgium transition. So for those of you that like 3-on-2+1, it's somewhat similar, okay? So we're gonna get white team on the hash mark on that sideline. We're gonna get black team on the white, or the across from the hash mark on that sideline. Can I get 2 black out on offense? 2 black out on offense. So, and 1 white on defense. Okay, so players, listen up. Here's the number progression for this drill. It's going to be 2-on-1. Okay, add 2, 3. Oh wait, hold up. 3-on-2. Okay, add 2, 4-on-3, and then it's dead, and it'll end up being the opposite team will start 2-on-1. Okay, so let's walk through one progression of it here. So you're going to attack 2-on-1. Yeah, look to score right away. Okay, we only play 1 shot in this drill for now. So as soon as, you get the ball, you can outlet it right away, and we're getting back, adding 2. Okay, 3-on-2. Shot goes up. Okay, right away, add 2 black. Yeah, add 2 black, and then 4-on-3. 4-on-3. Good extra. There you go. Okay, and down. So that's the end of the drill, end of the progression. So then we go add 2 white and 1 D on black, and then now it's continuous. Yeah. Okay. So let's get cleared off. Hold up. Okay. So now we're gonna score it just basketball scores to start. 2s and 3s. 2s and 3s. Hold up. Yeah. Off. Just remember, 1 shot per possession. This is one of our house compete rules. Anything that's at a disadvantage to defense, we play 1 shot just because it's not realistic rebounding. And I'll add 1 more rule after this. So we're gonna go 2s and 3s. Okay, game to 7 here. Go ahead. Okay. So we would talk a ton about spacing. Go ahead, keep going, keep going. Yeah. We would talk about spacing on this one. Okay, turnover, so then, grab a ball from there. Go back to where the ball was turned over. Yeah, and then 4-on-3. Go ahead. Oh, applying last session's drills. And go ahead. No, only 1 shot, so leave it. Hey, add 2 black and then 1 white. Okay, and let's start it from the beginning. Hold up, freeze. Okay, so then now we would try to incorporate some transition principles. So a lot of, attacking until you are taken by defense, and creating separation between the ball, and non-ball offensive players, okay? You can also add in your offensive transition concepts, not overly applicable to all age groups, but that's fine, okay? And we would want the general concept of go until someone takes you. Go until someone takes you, okay? And if you're playing without the basketball, you can use the cutting concepts or the extra pass concepts you just did, okay? Do you want to reset? We'll go last one here, last one, okay? Okay, turn over, other way, add two white. Here we go. No, you're good. Go, go, go. Don't pass back. Here we go. Go until someone takes you. Good. Shot. There you go. Go. Go black. Go black. Go until someone takes you. Go until someone takes you. There you go. Good shot. There you go. 2 on 1. 2 on 1. 2 on 1. Yeah. 2 on 1. Yeah, test you're in. Okay. Yeah, leave it. There you go. Go until someone takes you. Find the open person. And freeze. What's the score? Black, what do you have? White, what do you have? Oh, you do know. Okay, awesome. So let's try to actually say the scores out loud so we know how close we are getting to the end of the game. Hey, and then the only other one that we would do is, as you progress it, is you can go offensive rebounds or live off of a putback. So that would mean if these two go 2 on 1, hey, just walk through it. Shot goes up. Hey, just pass it off the backboard, and you go up and finish it in the air. We say that that's live. Okay? Again, one of those out there ones, probably I would say not associated with girls basketball. It's been fantastic to see the progression of them actually just trying that. Okay? Especially because we're doing a lot of offensive rebounding stuff. Okay? We're good? Any questions with that one? It's pretty simple. That one's a fun one. Girls, every time I say it, they get excited. So, okay, next one. We're going to go 3 on 3 get back. So can I get 3 or more people on the baseline on white, and then 3 on defense here. Hey, 3 black at half offensively, and then remaining black, hey, on the baseline. Okay? Okay. So you're always going to play an offense and a defensive possession, and then you're off. Okay? The only exception is the first defense possession. You're just playing defense once. Okay? So you'll always play offense and then defense, and then you're going to go off. Okay, so let's walk through one. Rotation. Okay, so you play 3 on 3. Okay. Shot goes up. Okay, so black would get back on defense. Black gets back on defense. New white 3 in. Yeah. Go ahead. Attack until someone takes you. Good. Okay. White gets back on D, and 3 new black in. Okay. White or black back on D. Okay. Freeze, freeze. Okay, we're going to add a constraint here. So we call this a turtle. Defense has to add a turtle. So turtle being one person on defense has to play the entire possession with their hands behind their back. Okay? What becomes really hard with the hands behind your back? Yeah, you don't have your hands, right? So you can't contest. What else? Taylor, can you try running backwards with your hands right now? It's a little bit slower, right? Okay, and what else? Offensively, what are you thinking if you see your defense hands behind your back? Yeah, you could shoot. What else? Is it advantage or disadvantage? What's that? Advantage, right? Okay. So we're going to add in a constraint. So right now, Taylor, you're going to be the turtle to start. Tongue twister. Okay. So important, as soon as you play offense black, someone immediately has to say, yeah, I'm the turtle. Okay. And you're going to put your hands behind your back. We're good? It's fun. Okay, ready, go. Okay, there we go. You attack the turtle. Try to attack the turtle. Jump, jump, jump goes to D. Here we go. There you go, Ollie. Oh. There you go. Perfect. And freeze. Okay. So, hey, what is a turtle simulating, do we think, in a game? What would be a similar situation? So no one's going to play with their hands behind their back. Anybody? What would it be simulating in the game? Any thoughts? What's that? Yeah, a weak defender. And it's okay to have that thought, right? Okay, I think this is probably the biggest thing that I teach at my level, is it's okay for you to say you're better than her in this possession, right? And now we talk about, can we create the advantage that we work with spacing, like you did in the last session, hey, and can you attack that, right? Hey, can you support a weaker defender? Can you support a strong offensive player, right? So this has been an easy one to incorporate in any 5 or equal, so 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 5-4, 5-5, hey, to get them thinking about who am I and who is guarding me. And it's okay to say, hey, I'm better than her in this possession, and now we just script it in, okay? Let's compete, hey, until one team gets 2 baskets. Easy enough? Ready? Okay, go. Let's see if the talking increases at all. Okay? Talk about it. Hey, talk about it. There you go. Good. Good idea. Go attack the... Good take. Here you go. Go. Go until someone takes you. Find the advantage. Here we go. 1-1. There you go. Hey, so how could you guys talk about it a bit more? Talk about who the turtle is. How could you do that? Just say it out loud. Yeah, right? Could be nice and vocal about it. Tell her you have the turtle. Woo. Who has the turtle? That's game? Hey, if you like a game, that's game! Ah, be excited about winning. We want to practice winning. Hey, who scored the winning basket? Okay, so you could put in something where we would validate for a free throw. Hey, and I'm not going to make you run today, so we'll just do 2 claps for the winning team. Ready? On 2. 1, 2. Awesome. Okay, let's get everyone down here. Let's get everyone down here. Okay, so you could add a different physical constraint. So sometimes we use turtle. Hey, sometimes we talk about a speed mismatch. Hey, but you can change it up however you'd like. Okay, next one. We're going to go switch transition or whistle transition. I think I have a whistle, so we're good. So we're going to use the 3 lanes on the court, full court. Okay, so lane 1 being sideline to side of the key and down. Okay, second lane being the width of the key all the way down, and then the third lane being the side of the key to the sideline all the way down. Okay, so could you split yourself up maybe 2 colors per lane? Okay, 2 colors or more is fine, but minimum 2. We're good. And then can I get offense and defense? So each ball needs a lane, or a ball. Each lane needs a ball. Perfect. Okay. And then I'm going to move this entire group down there. Perfect. Yep, you're still in the middle lane. Yeah, still in the middle lane. Okay. Yep, all of you, yep. Okay. So to start, we're going to go one-on-one. You have to stay in your lane. Okay, you have to stay in your lane. So offensively, if you're getting close to this line, hey, where there's no line, we've got to have our head up. Hey, so we have an idea of where the line is. Hey, you have to make a counter, retreat dribble, but really stay in your boundaries, okay? On switch or the whistle, I have a whistle, so we're good. On switch, your offense is going to put the ball down, and you switch offense, defense. The object of the game is to get to the other sideline, okay? We're good on that? Okay. Once you get down there, Okay, once you get down there, we might need to throw in a second ball here. Hey, you stay down there, and then this side will start again. Okay? You will always start from this side. We're good? Okay, so there's going to be 3 groups going at the same time. We're okay with that? She puts it down. So let's go. We'll demo with one group. So let's go one-on-one in small space. Go ahead. Yeah, just keep going, trying to go forward. You're trying to get to the other sideline. Trying to get to the other sideline. Whistle goes, put the ball down, and now switch. She's trying to get to that sideline. Good. Put down. Go again. Would be, those 2 are out. Go back to your baseline, new 2 are in. We're good? Double whistle? Yeah? Okay. First group in each lane, ready to go? Yeah? Okay, ready? Go ahead, go. Lily, you didn't put the ball down. Okay, switch. New group. Do you want to roll your ball down? You want to roll your ball down, please? Yeah. There you go. We're good? Ready? Go. Oh, out of bounds. Okay, freeze. Okay, so now we could talk about, hey, in particular for us, we would talk about how to contain. So we play 90 feet of pressure, or we attempt to. Hey, so we really distinguish the difference between containing, which would be just a flat stance. Hey, and I think this is all your lead-up games. You can just play tag, hey, and I'm just working on keeping her in front of her. We don't do any more of the, hey, I'm going to do my shuffles. It's now just playing with what I have athletically. Some people are going to be able to get all up in her shorts, hey, play, we're good. And some people are going to have to be a little bit more aware of how much space am I giving them, hey, and how am I going to recover if I get beat, right? So do you want to go back in front? Okay. So if you are confident in your defensive matchup, what could you look like? You're confident, yeah, okay, and you're not confident. Great. Does your angle change? Does it? Trick question, maybe not. Anybody? When does your angle change on defense? When you get beat? Okay, can you explain a bit further? Okay, so when you open up after you're done guarding the basketball? Yeah, that's a good one. So one applicability of a shuffle, yeah? Anyone else? You got anything for me, Emma? No? Hey? Yeah? When she changes hands? Okay, so if we're really confident in her matchup, so yeah, you can get up. Okay, and she changes hands. Hey, where would I want to try to get more of an angle? Sideline or middle? Sideline? Yeah. Why? Yeah, we say that we can use the sideline and the baselines as extra defenders, right? So that she's running out of room there, I can get excited about that advantage. Yeah? Hey, so what I want you to do right now, defensively, I want to try you to make it really hard for the offense. That make sense? Yes? Okay. I know defense isn't fun, but it's half the game. Okay, we're good? Do you want to start back on the baseline? And do you want to go that group? Do you want to come back down? Taylor, Lily, yeah, you guys want to come back down? Perfect. Okay, ready? Hey, go. Good, get around it. There you go, that's better. Put it down, switch. Oh. Yeah. Hey, switch groups, new group out. Here we go. We'll get everyone to go once here. Ready, go. Just move into that group. Yeah. Get around it. Keep her in front. Good. There you go. Good job. Hey, switch. Last one. Ready? Go. Good. Get after it. Nice. Close it. Close your stance a bit. Close your stance a bit. Yeah, that's better. Down. Okay, let's get everyone down here. Everyone down here. Hey, now I need 3 black on offense and 3 white on defense. Same, start in your lanes. Yeah, start in your lanes. Ball's in the middle. Okay. So, yeah, perfect. Okay, same start. Hey, now, offensively, you're trying to score down there. We're good? Offensively, trying to score down there. You hear the whistle, put the ball down, change directions. Okay. You're scoring down there. Yeah? Okay? Hey? So we would use this defensive incentive scoring. If you get a deflection, it's automatically 1. Okay? If you get a steal, okay, it's 2. Okay? So what does that tell you about trying to win the drill? Yeah, okay, what's the quickest way to win the drill? Defense, right? So we want you to take chances. Take chances on defense, okay? You ready? We'll go first team to 5. Ready? Okay, here we go, go. You can dribble and start, yep. Out of bounds. Okay, new team on, here we go, 3 on 3, 3 on 3. 3 white on offense, 3 black on defense. There's enough of you that you can queue up the next set, right? Okay, ready? Go ahead. No, it's live. Live 3 on 3. Go ahead. Okay, next group on. Here we go. Bad. Take some chances, Taylor. Here you go. Ball down. Turn the other way. Not bad. Here we go. Switch it. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Make sure we're 3 on 3. Hey, 3 black out on defense here. Ready, go. Okay, freeze. Just go back. Go back, go back, go back. Okay. Try to close your stance on this, yeah? So close your stance. Coach term. Get it? Okay, so you're here. You're open. Hey, try to keep her in front. Yeah? Okay, so again, the closer she gets to sideline, the more open that you can be forcing her there. You ready? Play. Yeah. Go the other way, play it! Yeah! Oh, foul's called. Here we go. Next, what's that? You have 5? Nice! That'd be a collective. We have 5! All right, white wins that one. Two claps for white on 2, 1, 2. Awesome. Hey, let's add 2 more, so we have 5 now. 5. So 5 black on offense, 5 white on defense. Okay, we're going to go stick with the same scoring system. Okay, same scoring system. So hold up. 1 for a deflection. 1 for a deflection. Okay, and then 2 for a steal. Let's play it first. Okay, ready? Go ahead, go. Take a chance, Tess, get up. Ball's down, other way, ball's down, go the other way. Nice. Ball's down, yeah, ball's down, other way. Hey, and down. Hey, we'll get some to come back and help play the next one. Hey, I'll give you a second recovery. So this is how we actually introed our run and jump this year. So run and jump being full court pressure defense, did not teach it as a pattern. So we just talked about opportunities to be able to put pressure on the ball. Okay, so getting away from it only being if you got the ball hammer, hey, downhill towards the sideline, now we said, well, hey, if I feel like I'm confident and I'm off the ball and I'm really quick and athletic, why can't I just cause some disruption for the basketball? Okay, and back to more of us are playing with a shot clock. using defense as easy offense for us at the university level has allowed us to close the gap in skills. So oftentimes when we get players, we're significantly decreased in overall skill set. Okay, so we flipped our thinking, well, we can be very good defensively because defense is 80% effort most of the time. Okay, so we've switched that thinking. How can we get defense to be our easiest offense? Also, how tired are you right now? You getting up and down a bit? We had 2 or 3 people in watching practice this week, and every single one of them, do you play full court all the time? Yes. Right? Because I think we play this all the time, and the biggest gap for decision making, hey, we talk a ton about the half court, is the actual switching from offense to defense. So I'm on the ball, we're in our offensive set, the ball goes through the hoop, I am immediately into whatever our next, hey, it's based on style of play, but it's defense. So am I up in pressure? Am I back as a safety? Am I in a 2-3 zone? That decision, hey, the longer it takes, hey, the more time offense has to create an advantage. Okay? So we're going to go one more time here. I'm going to put in a different constraint. Okay? So let's go 5 black on offense, okay, 5 white on defense. When you hear the whistle now, okay, so eyes here. When you hear the whistle, you cannot guard who is guarding you. Okay? When you hear the whistle, so if you're walking up, okay, just walk this way, okay, walk this way, dribble, whistle goes, ball's down, you can't guard who is guarding you. Okay? So what does that do for your urgency of communication? Yeah, most dangerous person is the one with the ball. Okay? We're good? Okay, let's give it a try. Give it a try. You cannot guard who is guarding you. Ready? Go. Chase it out. There you go. Good. And down. Okay, let's get one more group set here. Does everyone know everyone's name? Okay, great. So we can use those. I know there's no jersey numbers. I get that. But you know everyone's names. Hey, I'm Taylor. Hey, drop. I got here. Right? There has to be urgency, just like you want to have in a game. You got to practice it, right? So can I get 5 blackout on defense? We need one more. Okay, use each other's names on the switch or the change of possession. Okay, ready? Go ahead. Go. Can't guard who's guarding you. Yeah. Nice, not bad. Okay, want to go one more time? Yeah, here we go. Let's try one more time. Here we go, go. Good, there you go, good talk. Oh, hey, good job. Okay, do you need a drink of water? We're okay. I've been told I'm not very good at asking athletes if they need that. We're good. It's like, where's Sherry? Sherry can attest to this. Yeah, okay. Next drill, animal rebounding progression. So can I get a dark and a white on the free throw line? Okay, a dark and a white on the free throw line. And I'll get one shooter. I'll use you as a shooter. Okay? Can I get one shooter out? Doesn't matter who it is. I make every shot I take, so I don't want to do it. I'm just kidding. Okay, you're right on the free throw line. Okay, both facing the hoop. Both facing the hoop. And for simplicity, you can go right behind them. Okay, so for this one, you don't know who's on offense and who's on defense. Okay, those of you that were here or yesterday at the pre-session clinic, this is the one we drew out on the board. Okay? Okay, so shot goes up, whoever gets the ball is on offense. And you're playing to score. Okay? We're good? Go ahead. Yep, play. Awesome. Okay, simple, and then we'd get two new in, yeah? Can we split? Let's get 4 black to stay down here, or 3 black, sorry, to stay down here, 3 white to stay, and then everyone else down there. Okay, again, so this is just context. How would we do this if we had a full team practicing in a gym? Sometimes you have the luxury as a coach. If you have coaches, get them as the shooters. Other than that, just get them a little bit outside their range, so you just get probability of more misses than makes, okay? So we're good here. So again, something that we've changed a ton, traditional box out, we don't teach a ton of. We want to teach the skill of ball pursuit first. Okay? And for some of them, they're limited by they don't love contact, or they don't know how to use contact to their advantage to get the ball. Okay? So all we would say here is, okay, let's make sure, try to get the ball as quickly as possible in the air, okay? But we're not gonna teach a ton of like, get a body on, butt to gut, hey, and try to push her out. We just wanna compete to get the ball first. Okay? And then we can talk about all of the different situations with rebounding. Okay, so let's give it a try here. All right, go ahead. Yep. Yeah, play it, make or miss. Hey, unless it's a 4-foot air ball into the baseline. Okay? Play it, make or miss. Play it out. Whoever gets it's on offense. Okay, less is more, yeah? Great tape. Don't put the ball down though. Grab it and then just put it right back up. Yeah? No, you don't know who's on offense or who's defense. Start shoulder to shoulder, facing the rim. Wait, hold up. Start shoulder to shoulder, facing the rim. Facing the rim. Perfect. There you go. Play it. There you go. Okay, could you do that? Could you do that without a dribble? Yeah. Okay, what would it be? Yeah, drop step. Awesome. Okay, go ahead, go again. So normally we do a dribble constraint. I learned that this morning, not as advantageous. So, hey, but we always talk about less is more in this scenario. So can we minimize the amount of dribbles that they use? Yeah, so if you have a one-on-one at the rim, scoring versus a little bit of contact. Okay, let's go last one here on each end. Good, play it downhill. Good. Okay, freeze down there for a sec, freeze. Okay, and eyes here. Okay, so can I get 1 white and 1 dark on each side of the shooter? Outside the 3. Okay, so we build this up for our offensive rebounding game plan. Okay, so for us, no, we still have the compete on the free throw line. So it'll be 3-on-3. Okay? So our offensive rebounding game plan, which I think is really important, when they're first playing with a 14-second reset on the offensive board, to give them options to start. So we still do it at the university level, but yeah, so it's yourself as the rebounder, and quickest score possible is always our first option. Okay? Hey, second option is a kick-out shot. So, hey, kick out 3 ideally to pull spacing, but it doesn't have to be. Okay? And then our third one is a re-attack, but we're just going to work on the kick-out. So these 2, you don't know who's on offense yet. So you're actually starting shoulder to shoulder as well. Okay? And you can move as soon as the ball leaves the shooter's hands outside of the 3. We're going to use the goal 3-point line. Okay? So you can move anywhere you want outside of the 3, but you can't go inside the 3. Same compete. Okay? So it's still a one-on-one compete. If you can't score it yourself, you have a kick-out option to a catch and shoot. Yes? Okay, so how it'll work, it'll be one-on-one. Okay, so shot goes up. Okay, they're competing. So freeze. So white is on offense. Black, you don't play this. So you can relocate to a shot. You look to score or kick out. Okay? Yeah? Okay. Trying to get a score in the first 2 seconds. Yes? You can step into the pass. But you do have to stay outside the 3 until the pass comes to you. We're good? Let's see 1 here. We'll go. Okay, we'll watch that. Let's do that one again. Ready? Good. Attack it. Good. okay? We're good? And then I think just rotate spots, and then rotate in as you need. Okay, we're good? Yeah, let's set it up down here. What's that? Yes, so we're saying it's one-on-one compete for the rebound, and then whatever team is established on offense, you can relocate outside the 3, okay? We're good? So easiest to start shoulder to shoulder because you don't know who's on offense and defense, right? Okay, ready? Go ahead. Freeze, did you look for yourself? First option, go again. It's okay. Yeah. Step back, reverse finish. Yeah, or you can be a contest. You're good. Just don't play it. Good. Look for yourself, Emma. Good. There you go. Easy enough? Questions down there? We're not getting it? Are we good? Okay, last one. Go up yourself. Yeah. Good. Okay, freeze. Next progression. It's live 3-on-3 now. Live 3-on-3. Shot goes up, compete one-on-one, and we're assuming it's a 14-second shot clock. Yeah? Let's get everyone down here. Let's get everyone down here. Okay? You can come in as the second group on the rep. Okay? Yeah, on the baseline. Hustle down. Perfect. Okay, ready? Are we good? So shot's going to go up. As soon as possession is established, that team is on offense, and you're playing 3-on-3 with a 14-second shot clock. Okay, first priority is yourself as the offensive rebounder. Okay, a kick out. Okay, and then we'll talk about some other options off of that. Okay, ready? Here we go. Good. Did you need the dribble though? No, just catch and shoot. Next group on. Here we go. Less is more for everybody offensively. Less is more. So I think you just talked about that in the last session. You don't need to put the ball down every time you catch it. Okay, freeze. Did you look for yourself? Did you look for yourself? Okay, what would that look like? Go back and redo it. Yeah, go back. If you were like, I need to score this, there's 2 seconds left on the clock, what would it look like? Great. Just give the rim a check, so it would just even be an intern. See what you have, okay? Just redo it. Here we go. Eight, 7, 6, jump. Okay, here we go, next group. Here we go. Score it! There we go. Hey, well, first team to 2 scores here wins. Hey, so let's keep competing for the ball here. It gives you a chance to score it, right? Both people. Good. Okay. Here we go. You gotta keep competing it. Okay, so freeze. So ball goes there. Okay, so if we're continuing to think about the next thing, right? So you're scanning. How could you ensure that if she doesn't put it up, you're an open kick out? Okay. Yeah, what's your first read? Who are you reading? Yep, you're on offense. Who are you reading? Yeah, read your defender, right? So if we all do it, we look at the ball, starts looking at the ball, go right behind her, right? Okay, same thing. How do you ensure that you're an open kick out as soon as we establish that we have offense possession? Yeah, so practice that, right? Okay, think about the next thing. right? You want to keep thinking about the next play. Here we go. Switch, new group on. Need, yeah, one block here. We're good. Okay. Oh, really? And good movement on the sides. Okay, hey, last build up to this, and this is where, hey, sometimes we get a little bit confused, but can I get all of the remaining whites that are on the baseline in that corner, and all of the remaining blacks in this corner? Okay, so, hey, we call this imbalanced transition start. So how it's going to work is we're going to play the exact same situation. A 14-second reset off an O board. Make or miss, you're going to play it. You play as soon as there's a decision. So there's a shot that goes in. Hey, there's a steal. We add two, and we transition down 5-on-5. Okay? So go ahead, let's walk through one rotation. Good, ball goes up. Black would yeah, good, so now black, yeah, you're going this way, add two. We're good? Yeah, we'll play it back just because of numbers here, okay? There you go. Good, okay, let's reset it. Okay, so what's hard about this scenario, transition-wise? So we have two from the same team being added. You're on opposite sides, yeah? Okay, so it's harder to pick up. So what almost always has to happen then? Every time, as soon as the ball goes through the hoop or as soon as there's a steal, what should I instantly hear? What's that? Calling your checks, right? So and since there's no numbers, it's names, hey? And you're either bumping someone into a rotation so we always have the ball stop, okay? Or you're just communicating what these matchups are because these three are already matched up, right? Okay, we're good? We're going to take it out of bounds when it goes in. We're okay with that? Down and back? Okay, let's give it a try. Put it up. Yeah, you're good, yeah. 5-on-5. Two black. Good, play the other way. Good. Not bad. Good old board. Way to put it up. Hey, we'll go one more rep here. One more rep. No. Good question. So yeah, so normally we would do this where a coach would shoot all the time so that there's no confusion. Hey, most of the time there's 12 or less in the gym. So a coach would do this part. Hey, you can also, you just get a better angle. Coach can move around once you've started to talk about, okay, here's how offensive rebounding changes in terms of our compete and the distance. You all know hot spot and that concept. But just play around with it a bit, right? So coach can move around. You're good for now. Okay? Any other questions with that one? We're good? Okay. Good cut. Other way. Call your checks. Who do you have? There you go. Good shot. Okay. Hey, we're good on that? Okay, next one. So in terms of teaching offense and defensive transition, the biggest thing that I would say I've changed is that we don't teach transition defense. We try to manufacture common scenarios. So in this one, it's imbalanced offense to defense, and you're going to naturally get them problem solving, shifting, hey, or putting the best defender on the ball, or whatever your principles are. Okay, so instead of teaching, let's have one person stop ball, one person get to half, one person go long, now they get to the scenarios just understanding whatever your priorities are. So if your priority is basket first or ball first, hey, or getting the ball to sideline, hey, I believe manufacture scenarios that will get you for them to problem solve it as opposed to just thinking about a pattern. Okay, so I think that was the line that Chris used this morning, give them freedom with some permissions, right? Okay, so we'll do this one at one end. So we'll call this coach touch. This is, again, a drill that we've just modified for our style of play. Can I get 3 white and 3 black out? Okay, and I need the basketball right here. Okay, okay, so you're gonna match up, okay? I need 1, we'll say white's on offense to start, okay? And we'll get defense is black, okay? So every time there's a change of possession, pass has got to come out to coach, offense has to grab the ball, defense has to touch opposite hand. Yeah, so you would go downhill, and you're playing, okay? So we're going to put in immediately one constraint. You cannot ball screen. Okay, that's the only thing. Can't ball screen. Okay? So naturally, we're going to get to situations where, hey, the basketball is covered and there's no numbers advantage, or, hey, we want them to think about one-on-one first. Hey, do I draw a second defender and we kick out? Okay, so let's play it a bit and then we can talk about some options. Okay, go ahead. There you go, shot goes up. Yeah. Perfect. Blocks on all. Yep. Yeah, you can stay here. Ball pressure. Good. Yep. Good. Good job. Okay, next group in. Can I get three new on each team? 3 white, 3 black. Yep. Here we go. Ready? White's on offense. White's on offense. Ready? Who's on? We're good? Ready, play. Yeah, pressure. Okay, so you could change the shot clock on this. Okay, you could give them more constraints. Yeah, stay there. Oh, hold up. Down. Hold up. We good? Yeah? Okay. Let's get 6 new. We'll go one more time. 6 new. Whoever hasn't played it yet. This is by far fan favorite this year with our university team. Okay, ready? Play. Yep. Ooh. Good. Don't put the ball down if you don't need to. Right? See where our shot clock's going. 10. Oh, out of bounds. Let's go. New 6. Okay. So how we could progress this, so in terms of our transition, so we start with a DHO or a side of 2 action, so we could put this in right away. So we could say, if you don't have a downhill one-on-one advantage, so in this case you do, you play this, okay? That's our transition. Okay, if defense gets here first and they're D'd up, play out of a 2-person action. So you could go dribble handoff, okay, you could go to get, okay, and you can play off of that to try to create, okay? Keeping in mind that we're still playing without the basketball, but we're just relocating and making sure that we're ready to make the next decision off this action, okay? We're good? So now, if you have somebody in front of you, you grab the ball, we don't have a numbers advantage, you're gonna get into a 2-sided action, okay? Let's go try. Ready? Good? Yep. Downhill. Good. Extra. Here we go. Yeah, white's on offense. Downhill attack first. Yep. Good take. Yep. Let's get 6 more on. Here we go. 6 more. Okay. Scored. White's on offense. Here we go. Ready? White's on offense. Yep. Play side of 2. Freeze. Hey. Go back, go back. No, great question. You can throw on a ball screen if you'd like, yeah? Knowing that it's probably the slower out of two-person action, but you have lots of space, right? So you can practice decision making. What's the shorter side of two? Yeah, ready? Play. Good. There we go, yeah. Blocks on offense. Saved it? Nice. Yeah, wait. Here we go. Downhill attack first. Downhill attack first. Good kick. Here we go. New six. New six. Let's try to play with that concept. So we have downhill attack. We have sided two, but let's try to stay mindful of not dribbling on dribbling, right? So if you get a kick out, make sure you're checking shot and you're allowing that cut to fill. Yeah? We're good? You ready? Here we go. Downhill first. Downhill first. Yeah, wait, yeah. Oh! Hey, let's redo that. Let's redo that one. Here we go. White ball. White. Okay, ready? And play. Yep. Yeah. Down. Okay, let's go. Can I get 4 out, please? So you can modify this based on however you're going to play your offense. You can pick a side. You could pick a certain action that you want to rep it out of. Okay, so now we're just going to add another player, more applicable to 5s, and I'm going to go right in the middle. Okay, right in the middle. So same idea is, can you get downhill attack first, or now you have either side for an action of 2. So if Taylor comes, okay, ball goes, her first look is downhill attack. Second look can be into an action of 2. If she doesn't like that, go back, okay, and she's covered. There's nothing wrong with, as soon as you get here, we see it's 4v4 of moving the defense right away with a reversal, okay? We're good? Okay, let's play. Coach touch 4v4. I may or may not slowly work my way backwards. Okay? Ready? Go ahead. Good extra. Yep, block, yep. Blocks on offense. Good pass. Freeze. What's the short side of 2? Yep, so go back. Okay. Okay. Any dribble across the middle, you don't make the defense shift, right? Yeah, especially when it's already 4v4, okay, or 5v5. Ready? Yep, white's on offense. Good. Whoa. Good compete. Yep. Good. Okay, let's get a new 4 out. I think there's just enough to do a second set of 4. Maybe 1 extra block. Oh no, we're good. I'm back here now. Okay, you ready? Go. Good. Good take. Yeah, so then, yeah, white's on offense. White's on offense. Oh no. There you go. Freeze. Did you check yourself? Yeah, go downhill first, and then you can use that. It's always going to be there. Go again. No, Tess, go again. Here we go. Ready? Check yourself first. Go. Yeah, black's on offense. Good. And then you could go to boards. Okay, down. Yeah, the only thing would be is you could go to 5s. I wouldn't, we're not even at 5s yet, Okay, so I find that the flow of this start is really great for transition principles. Okay, and particular, again, just our philosophy, we do it in the middle so that you can see how long it takes them to get the ball out of the middle. So one big eye-opener for our university group this year was we want to try to put pressure on the defense to have to rotate, but rotate on the pass. Okay, if you watch a lot of ball-dominant, with one really good point guard, which we have right now, okay, we just spent a lot of time dribbling up the middle with one person, and we wanted to try to decrease that. So now we will put the onus on everybody, everyone equal opportunity to ball handle, hey, but let's play with some principles so everyone can be successful versus some pressure, okay? Any questions with that one? Fives, move it back. You can go, sometimes you can go 5v5, we'll say coach touch start. So they'll play out of this one possession until there's a score, and then they can go up and down a couple of times. Okay? Last one. Okay, we're going to go shell. So let's go, can I get 4 black in the key and 5 white on the perimeter? Let's go 4. Sorry, 4 white on the perimeter. Can I get one person to pass from the baseline? Great. Okay. So on go, okay, defense, you have to touch 2 sides of the key. So the key's square, okay, and just with your foot. Okay, you gotta touch 2 sides. Okay, on go, as soon as you hear go, you're gonna pass it out to any offense player. Okay, the only constraint to start, okay, is that you can't shoot the first pass. Okay, you can extra pass it, you can put the ball on the floor, you just can't shoot that first one. Okay, so I'd say go, hold up, hey, go, you'd have to touch one side of the key. So you're here, hey, you're trying to anticipate go, it could be here, and then I could close out there. I'm trying to get 2 sides of the key. I'll do this. I'm gonna help them out a bit here. Okay, you ready? Okay, ready? Go. There you go. And box. We're good. Okay, let's go one more time. Same group. Offense, defense. Okay, so as we get, okay, so just trying to create, hey, some game-like movement here. On go, touch 2 sides, just walk through it here. Hey, you get your 2. What should you be doing to identify who you're gonna guard? What's that? Call out who you're guarding, yeah? What else? Yeah, it could be who you're closest to. Yeah. What's your head doing? Like it's just moving right, like this, right? So if I might be good, but what if the ball goes here? So you might be just fine. Well, if ball goes there, you close out there. What's your first decision? If ball's there and your check's there. Yeah. Okay. We're good. Okay. Okay. So constantly looking, making sure we're matched up. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. Ready? Go. Here in front. Good help. And down. Okay, switch. Let's get 4 more on both sides. Make sure when you come back in to switch offense, defense, okay? We're good? Let's go white on defense, black on offense. Ready? Go! Yeah, you can score! Okay, freeze, go again. Yeah, the only thing you can't do is shoot the first one. Yeah? Okay, so exactly that one. Go ahead. Ready? Go! Good. Down. Okay. Let's go one more here, and then we'll stop it. Yeah, switch offense, defense, please. Okay, ready? Go! Good? Oh. Okay. Switch, and let's switch offense, defense. Okay, so some things you can get to. So again, this is just all about manufacturing game-like starts. Hey, my favorite is when players start to just, again, problem solve the drill. Hey, so in this one, they started to do it right away, stay on the 4 corners. So then I'll say, you can't touch a side that's beside each other. Or I'll say you got to give 2 high fives, right? Just something that will create a little bit of movement similar to, so you got to give 1 high five to a teammate right now. Go ahead, go. Okay, so ball goes here. Hey, if she's looking to score downhill, so if you go downhill, maybe we're late on this closeout and we're getting our first rotation right away, right? So sometimes when you do the shell drill, if it's the exact same movement, you're going to get the same first rotation every single time. Okay, so it's just a different way to think about it, okay? You want to add 5? You want to try it out? Yeah? Let's go offense, defense at the top. We're going to do, you got to touch 2 sides of the key, but they can't be touching each other. You good? Okay, ready? Go. Who's ball? Who has ball? Who's in help? There you go. That. Okay, let's keep the same group here. Keep the same group. Hey, let's work on some verbal cues here. So can we get ball, help, and support? So support means you're either in deny or you're open, okay? Nope, keep the same. Keep the same. Let's see if black can get the verbal cues. So you have ball, help, and support. Ready? Go. Okay, switch, offense, or let's sub in, and then everyone gets a chance to play it. White's on defense? Yep. White's on defense, so 5 white in the key, 5 black on the perimeter. Perfect. Okay, you gotta touch 2 sides of the key. They can't be touching each other though. Ready? Go. Oh, defensive pressure got her. We're good. Just leave it. We can grab another ball. There's like 14. Here we go. She's gone. Okay, here we go. Let's go one more time. Okay, so we're going to play this possession. So we call this half, full, full. So we're going to play it. Okay, whatever the outcome of this possession is, we go full, full. Okay, so we're going to play, hey, shell start, half, full, full. Ready? Go. Go the other way, yeah, go, go, go. Good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Here you go. Jump ball, jump, jump goes to D. D on the baseline there, inbound it from the baseline. Ready? Go, push the ball. Down. Okay, that was just an example. So any of the drills that we've done today, we can go what we call, we just identify it as half, full, full. You can go, sometimes we'll say, hey, we're gonna have 5 trips off of this start. That means 5 up and downs, right? So average between whistles is 3.5, 4 lengths of the court. So there's nothing wrong with simulating that in practice. Obviously, hey, the lower your numbers in practice, hey, I don't think there's anything wrong with still doing it in 3s. Hey, you still want them to practice getting up and down. 2 other compete drills. Adam, how much time do I have? 5 minutes? Okay, might as well show them. Hey, 2 other fun compete drills that we like to do. We call it baseball. Baseball. So it would be, do you guys have endouts and sideouts? Like in your team? Do you have endouts and sideouts in your team? Yeah? Okay, great. So white, can I get you on offense on an endout and black on defense? You don't actually have to run it. Don't worry, they're not going to scout you on the film. It's okay. Okay, so we call this baseball. So the same team stays on defense until they get 3 stops. Okay, so white would accumulate. So we need matched up here, black. 5v5. 5v5. Okay. Hey, so they'd run their side out. Hey, they'd get a score or a stop. Black, hey, is playing defense until you get 3 stops. 3 stops, you're out. 3 strikes, you're out. Baseball. Okay? White would accumulate offensive scores. The team with the most scores after, you can play however many innings you want. Okay, so depending on how much time you have left in practice, you can play 1 inning, you can play 9 innings, doesn't matter. Okay, so we would inbound it, you'd play. You guys want to play one? Yeah, want to play one? Okay. Ready? Okay, ball's in, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, down. So that would be 1 for black. They got to get 2 more stops, and then they're out. Okay, we use this one out of special situations, so you could do it on end outs, you could do it on side outs, you could do it on after timeout plays, you could do it on jump ball, whatever you wanted. Okay? You guys are all arguing about what your end out is right now? That's okay. Okay, and then last one, this is, I don't know if Kirby's still here, definitely, it's just straight up Kirby's drill, but I think it's a great one to share. It's first to 4 wins, so first to 4 points, basketball scores, or 1 turnover loses. So if you're really trying to work on turnovers, you can up it, so sometimes we'll say first to 8, 2 turnovers loses, okay? I always will say, okay, let's huddle off of this. Okay, so black, if I told you, okay, first to 4 basketball scores, okay, or 1 wins, or 1 turnover loses, go and huddle. Go and huddle. Okay, huddle with your team. Go ahead. Go and huddle. Okay, so then you're going to start to hear them problem solve how they want to do this. You're going to get some that are like, oh, let's just play defense. Let's just get a steal and win the game. Hey, there's always, right now, there's always one player in practice that's like, we're starting on defense. I want to start on defense. Okay, so they're talking about end outs, talking about side outs. It's a great way to get them just to self-organize, hey, and to practice, hey, if you don't have a timeout. So conversations that are happening right here would be really similar on a free throw, hey, when you don't have a timeout, but maybe the other team does, when you've come out and the situation's different. There's all these, there's advance, there's not advance. So it's just a great way to help them self-organize and start strategizing and talking. If you come to one of our practices, you'll see this type of huddling probably after every other drill. Give them 1 or 2 things to talk about so that they practice hearing each other's voice on the floor. Okay? You might have to intervene. You don't want too much coach talk because it doesn't help them, but it's just a way for them to practice problem solving on the court. Okay, just for interest's sake, right, what was your game plan? What was your game plan? We're not going to play it, so. Oh, okay, they were thinking offense. They were going inbound, score, and they won. What was your game plan?
Talk and be aggressive.
Okay, so you're going defensive mindset? Cause a turnover? Okay. So, yeah, so there's good conversation. You might have to direct it. Give them like 1 or 2 things. Okay, talk about these 2 things in the huddle. Talk about what you're going to run on offense, hey, and what defense you're in, or who's the weakest person on the other team that we can take advantage of to cause a turnover. Those conversations are okay to have. Hey, it's okay to get them to think about that because it ultimately is just a game, hey, that they're trying to problem solve and win. And it's okay to talk about advantages and disadvantages. Okay, thank you so much. I know I threw a lot at you, and you got to play a bit, so thank you very much. Okay.